I have the biggest smile on my face, as you can see. It's it feels good. It feels good to be reminded of why I am a wrestling fan, why I love this shit. Look, if you've already seen the description box, you already know what the grades are. You kind of already know what my general thoughts on night one of WrestleMania 36. So, I personally don't care all that much about what people have to say about my grades, and I usually don't. There was a point in time back in the day where if my grades upset some people, I would adjust them according to fan opinion. Maybe I'll give a match that I thought was a C plus B minus if they really liked it, or vice versa. If I like the match that people hate it, I'll downgrade to make you feel happy. I'm at that point now where I don't really care. However you view my grades is how you view them. And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord.
What was the point of moving Shayna from NXT to Raw? Where do her and Becky go from here? Nice going, WWE face with symbols on mouth.
I'll have a lot to say about that when we get to the actual match. Thank you, Paul Jackson, for your donation. Paul Jackson. Get that right pronunciation. Look, I don't care what you have to say about my grades. It's my opinion at the end of the day. Here's what I'm going to say. The overall goal of any show is to leave you with a smile on your face. So I guess in a sense, despite the match quality, night one was a huge success. Thanks to one big match. And I use quotes for a reason that we'll get to. But yes, welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host, Alyx. Just Alyx, and this is my WrestleMania 36 review for night one, which premiered Saturday, April 4th of 2020. How did I feel about the show overall? Did I think it was worth your time? How was the first ever empty arena WrestleMania compared to previous WrestleManias? We'll get to that in just a second. But before we do that, let's pay some bills. First off, if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video. Of course, subscribe if you have not already. Click that bell. Make sure you catch all my content. Click all and catch all my content when it comes out. And leave a comment down below. Give me your thoughts. If you're here in the live chat, give me your thoughts in the live chat. While you're at it, if you really want to help expand the brand, you can do a couple of things. You can like me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at VX1. Alyx's World. Also give me a follow on Instagram.
And the start of Super Chat Mania.
Was getting ready to talk about that. Yes, as you've already seen with Paul Jackson and Godlike, we are in the midst of Super Chat Mania. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, and Super Chats. And here's how it works, those of you who are new. What Super Chat Mania is, during this period of time, I will be crowning the first ever Super Chat Champion. Whoever donates the most money during WrestleMania week, which has been going on for a week, since Monday, the winner, of course, will get the championship. You see this beautiful title right above my head. You see that? Originally made for this channel. The Super Chat Championship. Just for y'all. Whoever the winner is gets that sweet title next to their name when we do live chats and stuff like that. And we'll defend the title in a way that only I know. And we'll talk about that tomorrow when I crown the champ. Not until then, though. So yes, this championship will be given out after my review tomorrow night. So after night 2, we will crown the first ever Super Chat champion. Woo! We're kicking it off strong, baby! Uh-oh.
Honestly, night 1 was a great show, but that Styles vs. Taker match was fire. Hopefully, tomorrow night 2 will be good.
Tyler Marine giving a fat donation, $49.99. Although, surprisingly enough, that doesn't put him in the lead. Because as of right now, Aaron Sherwood is still leading the pack. With what I'm going to assume is around, well, it was $90, but he's about to donate some more, so it's somewhere around $90. He's close to 100. I said you would have to donate 100 to basically beat Aaron Sherwood. And hey, if Aaron gets it, kind of deserves it.
Oh, finally someone shows up to challenge me.
He was getting kind of bored. So, as of right now, Aaron Sherwood is leading with close to $100. I think he's around the $95 mark. I'll get the actual number before the end of the podcast, in case someone wants to know exactly what that is. Here's how you do it. If you want to beat him, just donate $100, and then you'll be great. You'll be in the lead. So yeah, donate your hearts out. And by the way, I do appreciate the donations coming in.
I liked how the wrestlers trash talked throughout the show. Made the matches have some personality and charm.
I agree. It's good when it's not all the way quiet. You add some charisma, you add some character to your matches and make them a lot more interesting. That's for sure. So, yes, again, keep donating. And as always, I just want to go ahead and just put it out there. Thank you all for being a part of my day and making me a part of donations. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we're looking at hat tribute here. What? Is it showing, by the way? It's not showing anymore.
The title is mine.
So that was Tyler Marine, who just donated another $50. So he is officially in the lead with $99.99, $99.98, but $100 essentially. Uh-oh. Aaron, you might want to go ahead and put in that $10 to get back in the lead.
I may be alone. I thought part 1 of WrestleMania sucked. Felt like a normal episode of Raw.
We'll get to my thoughts in a second. Let me take care of this real quickly. So thank you all for donating. Thank you all for your time and effort in helping improve the channel. And as always, just know that it's nothing but love. But anyways, let's get back to the review. When I am done with my opinions, when I'm done with my thoughts, we will be going to the live chat. You will get an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to have your thoughts be aired live here on YouTube. As we kick things off, ladies and gentlemen, more super chats.
Oh, no, you don't.
Uh-oh. So I guess that puts Aaron back in the lead, because if I'm not mistaken here. Yeah, that actually, he's so Aaron's officially at 105. So Tyler, he's $5 ahead of you right now. That's crazy. All right, so let's get some shout-outs. I'm going to just keep letting this go until I'm able to pause some of this stuff.
I can do this all night, Aaron.
Well, as these two battle it out, we're going to give these guys a break, put them on standby. We're going to pause some super chats right now because I do want to go on with the show. So let's get some shout outs real quickly, and then we'll turn super chats back on for a little bit because I can see these two going at it all day, every day. So let's give a shout out to Aaron Sherwood, Edwin R., Undisputed Era, Q-Dog in the House, Firestar Hart, Jake Horror, Dynamic J Thought, Elias Ademi, Ultra Shadow 97, Prince Rockstar, Adam Ritter, TLB The Fly Guy, Andy Rojas, Chance Games. I'm going to get your name wrong, but is it Ferrante Webb? Sounds about right. Janelle Jackson, Black Z Fighter, Jamie Sylvian, Phantasmo, Young Deku 2500, Astro Water 2020, Travis the Game, Gaming, I'm gonna assume that says Gaming Snorlax, Zachary Hain, it's going real fast now, Joseph Winters, 25901, Belladonna, VA, Reezy, is it Corleone? Alright, ZIX 23, Israel, oh yeah, Mr. Krabs, one more, the ultimate one, TUO, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and let this last super chat play, because I do want to get to that.
So can I.
So Tyler Marine's still in the lead with 120. I don't have the exact number. I'm just rounding it up to 120. And Aaron Sherwood is 115. So we're going to pause the Super Chats again and come back to them in the middle of the show. We'll let the Super Chat Championship roar on in the middle of the show. So let's get to it. Let's get to the WrestleMania review. Shall we? Let's actually get to this thing. So, overall thoughts on WrestleMania Night 1. For me, listen, I know at this point in time, there's a pandemic going around. We're at that point where we'll take whatever you can give us. We just want a show. We just want something to take our minds off of how hard life is right now. And a lot of fans, the quality of the show doesn't matter to them. This could literally have been the worst WrestleMania of all time. If it was something to take their mind off of how horrible life is right now, they would have enjoyed it. And they have that right. I'm not going to fault them for it. I think you have every right to enjoy wherever you want. But when you do a review, quality does play into the overall product of that review. So the issue with this show, a lot of it felt like Raw. Sorry, I had to be honest with you. A good portion of this show could have been done on Raw and SmackDown. It didn't feel like WrestleMania. I mean, to be fair, this show as a whole doesn't feel like WrestleMania. It doesn't. Especially knowing that they put all the big matches on night 2. A lot of the not as good, very lackluster matches were put on night 1, which I thought was kind of odd. You could have balanced it out a little bit better, but hell, I think night 2 is going to be absolutely amazing. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, I didn't really think this show overall was worth watching more than once. I sat through it. I like what I saw for the most part, but I'm not going to watch it again. Very middle of the road WrestleMania, at least for night 1. Now overall, that's a different story. Because when night 2 airs, and if that show blows it out of the water, I will be combining night 1 and night 2 as an overall weekend grade. And then I'll be grading this year's WrestleMania on that curve. But for this episode, for this particular night, I think a C is fair. Very basic. Very middle of the road. So if you don't mind, let's just go ahead and get to the first match here. The first match was the Women's Tag Team Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, we officially have new Women's Champions. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defeated Asuka and Kairi Sane. I am very disappointed in this decision. Quite frankly, I thought Asuka and Kairi were killing it with those belts. I don't see Alexa and Nikki Cross making it work. They're not going to be as entertaining. They're not. To me, Asuka has been one of the MVPs of this empty arena run that they've been doing. And I also feel bad that Kairi didn't get her pirate entrance this year. She was actually going to come in on a pirate ship. That was going to be her entrance this year. They can't necessarily do that in the Performance Center. But at least she came out in a pirate outfit, the Dark Pirate Princess, which I thought was freaking amazing. And the match itself it felt like a Raw match. Well, SmackDown, because Nikki and Alexa are on SmackDown. But yeah, it felt like a SmackDown Raw match. A match that I could see for free. It wasn't anything special. The only thing that was remotely memorable about it was the ending. Alexa and Nikki win and become the first ever 2-time women's tag team champs. Woo! You had a good act holding those belts. I actually gave a damn about the women's titles when Asuka and Kairi were holding them. Nah, I don't care. I don't. Back to irrelevancy you go. But this is what they wanted. They wanted Alexa and Nikki to hold those belts. I'm still waiting on an explanation on why Alexa Bliss is a babyface. I don't think I'm ever going to get it, so I should just give up. Whatever. You're new champs. Happy? Because I'm not. I don't care. As blah, basic as this match was, it wasn't anywhere near the disaster the second match is. Baron Corbin defeats... No, excuse me. It feels like he defeated. I feel like I'm the one that was defeated. Let me get this right. Baron Corbin loses to Elias. That's how irrelevant this match is. I forgot who actually won it. Elias beats Baron Corbin. Check this out. With the use of his tights. Now, Elias is the babyface of this match. Please tell me why the babyface cheated to beat the heel. He pulled his tights and beat him. By the way, how the hell is Elias still here? Shouldn't he have died when he fell off the scaffold on SmackDown? What was that, 2 weeks ago? Oh well, I guess he's impervious to those kind of falls. He's like the Wolverine. He could just regenerate. This was a dumb match. It was stupid. Also, I didn't talk about this in the first match. I really don't like it when the wrestlers play to the audience that isn't there. Stop it. Stop. That is just a nitpick I hate. If the audience isn't there, don't try to work the audience. Just have a match. Just a small nitpick I hate. But this was just boring. It was boring. It was bland. I wasn't invested from the moment it was announced. I didn't give a damn. And it almost put me to sleep. And then that horrible ending happened. I was just done. Like, okay, this is a crappy BS shitty match. Perhaps the worst match of the night. Now, is it the worst match of the weekend? I don't know, because I haven't seen night 2 yet. But as of right now, this is the bottom of the barrel. The absolute bottom of the mother effing barrel. Garbage. Now, the next match isn't as bad, but it has a very questionable decision. It's the Raw Women's Championship match. Yeah, I know. That's pretty early for it, right? Well, the outcome explains it. Because Becky Lynch beat Shayna Baszler. She beat Shayna Baszler clean. No interference. No BS finish. Shayna went for the Kira Fuda clutch, the rear naked choke, and Becky pulled her best impression of Bret Hart, reversing it into a roll-up pin like Ember Moon did to Shayna on NXT, and like Bret did to Austin in 1996 Survivor Series. But yeah, just rolled her up and pinned her. 1, 2, 3. You had Shayna get all that momentum, gave her that dominant victory at Chamber, completely embarrassed the Raw Women's Division. Only to get to WrestleMania and just lose clean to Becky. Like, What are we doing? Who the hell do we have to fight Becky now? There is literally no one. She's beaten everybody. Everybody. No one, as of right now, is on the level of Becky Lynch. I don't understand this decision. I don't get it. What? You're just going to have Shayna beat her when you return with a show that has an audience? When you get a show with an audience, is that when Shayna beats Becky? That makes no sense. To me, if you were going to drop the belt from Becky, this was the perfect time to do it, because then you could have told the story that Becky didn't have or felt like she had the crowd support, which gave Shayna the advantage. Shayna took advantage of that and beat her for it. Then you do the rematch when you have the crowd return. Now you have something to work on. Maybe do it in a cage. Now it's like, why even do a rematch? Shayna lost. And when they do a rematch, I'm not going to care as much. Because you lost, Shayna. You sucked. You couldn't get the job done. The only real logical explanation for having Becky here is they have someone suitable to be Becky's Joker. To be the Joker to her Batman. Which means, and I'll be surprised if it's true, I'll wait to see it so I can believe it, it probably means Ronda Rousey's coming back. They got Ronda to come back and continue her feud with Becky. If that's the case, you know what? Fine. But still, I don't understand why you called her up. Why didn't you call up Shayna, give her that dominant run to lose clean to Becky? What's she gonna do now? Is she just gonna be a regular face on the roster or go back to NXT? No! I don't get it. I thought it was a horrible decision. And it affected the match. I thought the match was solid until that ending. Now I'm like, I don't even like this match anymore. Screw this match. So that's my opinion on it. Alright, we're gonna take a second here and see if we have any more super chats coming in. Let me go ahead and turn super chats back on. We got a subscriber. Let me give some more shout outs to the people in the live chat to see what's going on here. What's up, AJ Envoy, Y2 Jericho, Tino Bills, YT. We got Jesse Moni, Kashoot Prince, The Game Is On, 100. We got Cortland Jones, who thinks Nia Jax will return to fight Becky. Ill. Can we not? No offense, I really do not want to see Nia Jax here, Nia Jax here, Nia Jax here come back and fight Becky. Although that is a possibility. Jet the Hawk. Shahiba. Is it Shiaba? Shiaba? Or is it Shahiba? I don't know. What's up? Rajaya? I'm getting these names horribly wrong. I should shut up. Mr. Jones, what's up? Ernest, Nick Thomas, Relaxing Ghost, Matt Joker, and Zachary Hain. Alright, let's get back to this review. So, we move on from Becky defeating Shayna to, let's see here, what's next? Is it the tag team titles or is it the IC title? I think it's the IC title. Yes, it's the IC title. So, Sami Zayn retains the IC title, and what I thought was, and there goes another donation.
Hey Aaron, I'm still in the lead.
And that puts Tyler Marine back in the lead, actually. So, Tyler Marine takes the lead again, letting people know that he's coming after that Super Chat Championship. Anyways, yeah, so, and what I thought was a pretty solid match until the ending. Very reminiscent of the Raw Women's title, and a lot of matches on here, actually. Sami Zayn keeps the belt. I even said in my review, I wouldn't be shocked if he did, because I hear rumors that Bryan is taking some time off after WrestleMania. He doesn't really have any plans to come back to WWE anytime soon. And the rumor is, I'm not saying it's actually happening, but rumor going forward is that Bryan is set to retire. Not like straight up retire from wrestling, but just WWE. As in, he might leave when his contract expires and go on a retirement tour before he calls it a day so he can be a daddy. And if that's the case, Bryan, all power to you. You got nothing else to prove. Nothing else. So I'm not upset about this decision. Quite frankly, I like Sami Zayn as the IC champ. I think he's doing wonderful. Keep it going. If you want to do a rematch between him and Bryan down the road when we actually get the crowd back, that would be something great. And then maybe we can do Bryan versus Nakamura with the audience. That would be even better. But yeah, Sami Zayn retains in a solid match. Just, I don't like it that Bryan, it's just that dumb babyface finish where he dived to the outside to save his friend and then climbed the top rope and then falls into a boot from Sami Zayn and gets pinned 1, 2, 3. It was a haluva kick, by the way, not just a regular boot, but a haluva kick. And then gets pinned 1, 2, 3. And it was like, that's your finish? I also didn't like the style of the match. It was the typical, Sami Zayn's a chicken shit heel. He's going to run away. And Bryan's going to beat him up throughout the entire match. And then Sami Zayn's going to get a lucky kick in and beat him 1, 2, 3. It's like, oh, guys. That's such a goddamn WWE typical by the books match. But it worked. They made it work to their advantage. It is what it is, right? Next up was supposed to be a 3-way tag team ladder match, but it ended up being a triple threat for the tag team titles. Miz got sick, so he couldn't be there to perform. So in his place, we have Morrison, Jimmy Uso, and Kofi competing in a ladder match for the tag team titles. And in the end, Miz and Morrison, hey, ho, ho, retain the belts and what I thought was a great match. By this point, it was undisputedly match of the night. They beat the piss out of each other, and they did some amazing things. Where do I start? So Kofi Kingston did this really awesome springboard jump from the ropes to the ladder, and actually Hurricane Run at John Morrison off the ladder from the springboard. I cannot describe it any better than that. I can't put words to how awesome that was. You need to go watch it. If you haven't seen it yet, go and watch it. Freaking John Morrison did a goddamn tightrope walk into a Spanish fly. And then Jimmy Uso took a bump from the ring. Like, he was on the very tip top of the ladder. The ladder fell over to the outside. He fell from the top of the ladder inside the ring to the outside. How the hell was he still walking? He should have been dead. He should have been dead. This was a stiff, crazy match. The ending, what's the theme of tonight? These endings, man. I don't know. The ending was, I don't know. It was a little too silly for me. You see Morrison, Kofi, and Jimmy Uso. They're climbing the ladders. And then they all, at the same time, pull down the tag team titles. And you're like, what? Wait, they all just pulled down the titles at the same time. Does that mean Morrison and Miz win by default? What does that mean? And so they're debating like, I won. No, I won. No, I won. And then Morrison just, because it's still attached to a rack. The titles themselves are attached to a rack. Morrison just pulls the titles off the rack and then he wins the match. I'm like, what? Okay, at first I was like, what the hell? But then I thought, I guess that's creative. I guess that's different. People love it. I personally thought it was too silly. I was like, really? Really? All these years, all you had to do was pull off the rack to win the titles. Now you just, I guess in that kind of situation, if you pull the titles, you win. All right, sure. They never explained that rule to me, so it was just like, okay. Sure. Whatever's you got to says. Alright, let's take a break and let some super chats play for a minute. Here in the live chat. What you guys got?
It's a 2-night race, Marine. I can wait.
Aaron Sherwood coming in hot. Letting Mr. Tyler Marine letting him know, I ain't gonna back down. I ain't gonna back down. But they're not the only ones who want that title. We got other people donating in this Super Chat Mania race here. Let's see. Who's next? Who else we got?
But Becky pulled a Bret Hart WM8 on Shania rematch.
Shania? Oh yeah, Bret Hart did do that to Roddy Piper. That's true. So, that's a good reference to it as well. I didn't even think about that. All right. What y'all guys talking about in the live chat here? What's up, Brian McNeil? I want to be sure I get everybody who's here. Evans Entertainment. That's interesting. That's a new one. The Phenomenal WWE. Oh, God. Another one I can't pronounce. Let's see. Panagiotis? Panagiotis. Pantasius. Close enough. PP. I'm calling you PP. Franklin Torres. By the way, guys. Franklin Torres even said, if WrestleMania overall this weekend is an amazing show that blows you away, he will pay for your network. So far, he's in the clear because this wasn't an amazing show. But if tomorrow ends up being like one of the best nights in wrestling history, you might want to get your pockets ready, sir. You might want to get those pockets ready. Ready, Freddy. All right. Let's get back to this review. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is Owens versus Seth Rollins. Here's all I'm going to say about this match. Kevin Owens is a crazy son of a bitch. He pulled off a Shane McMahon dive from the WrestleMania sign. I'm not kidding you. There's a picture to prove it. He jumped off the WrestleMania sign. He is literally standing on the WrestleMania sign. And he jumped off of it on Seth Rollins. That's a Shane McMahon move. I thought he hated Shane McMahon. But he challenged his inner Shane McMahon and did what I thought was easily one of the highlights of the night, if not the highlight of the night. That's insane. This match itself was good. It was a good match as I expected. It was a little weird that they did a regular match that went to a DQ, which would have pissed me off. I would have crucified that. No pun intended. I would have crucified the hell out of the match if it ended with a DQ at WrestleMania. And then afterwards, Kevin Owens got on the microphone and said, no. We ain't gonna end it like that. We're gonna restart the match. And this time, it's gonna be no DQ. And Rollins said, all right, sure. I'm just like, guys, can we just get a GM back on Raw? If things are going to be happening this way, have a GM come out and say, you know what? No, we're not going to end it that way. Restart the match. Just have Paul Heyman be the GM. Just make Paul Heyman the standing resident GM again. You might as well. Have him go out there and say, okay, look, we can't end it this way at WrestleMania, so Rollins, get your ass back out there. This is now a no DQ match. And then let that be the end of it. But that's my only issue with it. For me, if they was to just have done a no DQ match from the start, this will probably be a higher rating. This will have most likely been match of the, well, maybe not match of the night because we know what the match of the night is. Let's just say the best wrestling match of the night. How about that? But yeah, Kevin Owens, you're a sick son of a bitch, and I love you for it. Crazy moment. Good match, though. Owens won with the stunner. And then, of course, we got the Universal title match, which was originally Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. Roman Reigns decided to be a leader and say, this is stupid. My health comes first. My family comes first. Everything else is secondary. Guess what? I'm going home. And so WWE decided, okay, we'll replace you with Braun Strowman. Yeah. That same Braun Strowman who told Evil Uno and other independent wrestlers to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and stop asking for donations when they can't work right now. That same asshole got a world championship opportunity against Goldberg. And guess what? He won. Braun Strowman is your new Universal Champion. He beat Goldberg in what felt like minutes with a series of power slams after taking a series of spears. It wasn't even a goddamn match. It's not a match, guys. When you see people like Keith Lee and Dominik Dijakovic setting the bar high for Haas wrestling, Haas fights. There's a new generation of Haas fights, ladies and gentlemen. This garbage should not be in existence anymore. This was... Look, I know and I hear rumors that Braun Strowman apparently is apologetic for what he said. I haven't seen an apology. And I won't accept the apology until I see it. Because until I see it, he hasn't apologized whatsoever. He needs to come out and apologize. And until then, screw this guy. He's gonna get the same treatment Seth Rollins got. When you say stupid shit on Twitter, on social media, it's gonna come back and bite you. Besides that, they waited too long to give him the belt. You should have given him this belt in 2017, if not 2018, when we really wanted it. You waited until 3 years later to give him a belt in a match that no one cared about. Of all times to pull the trigger on Braun Strowman. You didn't even hype this match. When they announced it on SmackDown this past Friday, here's how they hyped it. Goldberg's fighting Strowman. The end. Didn't explain why the match was changed. Didn't explain that Roman Reigns is not going to be in. Didn't explain any of that crap. So, you can imagine my feelings when I saw Strowman win that belt. Here's what I'm going to say. He better enjoy it, because the moment Reigns decides he wants to come back and get that belt, they're going to take it off of him. You're a placeholder, Strowman. And I don't feel sorry for you. Let's go back to the live chat. Let's see if we have any more donations coming in real quick. I think we might be caught up, but I just want to be sure. Alright, so let's go back to the live chat here. We've got someone subscribing. I appreciate that. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate that. We got the Quad Killer, Tavon Jameson. Webby. What's up, Webby? Amar? I think Amir works. Jordan Williams. Flicked them off. Screw bitch Strowman. Wow. Tell us how you really feel about Braun Strowman, sir. I think everybody else I've already named. Let me actually check the live chat to be sure. We are currently sitting on 400 viewers. That's insane. So how's my likes looking? Let's get some likes going. Like the video, y'all. We should at least hit 100 likes before the end of the podcast. No, you know what? 200. I want 200 likes. 200. Okay, we got Regito? Regito boy. Is it Regito or Regito? I like Regito. Like Vegeta. Regito boy 09. WWE Toys Hunts Paz. Hydra King. It's your boy 123. Ricky Dewey. See JoJo. Not Mojo JoJo, but JoJo. Kevin Cunningham. Total Drama Extreme. And Anish Narula. And Jake Hager. Alright. So, we're at 115 likes? Alright, 200 likes now. Now I want 200 likes. Now we're at 120 likes. I want 200 likes. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back to the review here. Before we get to the final match of the night, I did want to talk about some stuff we got on the show. I did appreciate the way it opened. I liked seeing Stephanie go out there, address the pandemic, address the fact that this is not usually how WrestleMania is supposed to be. I like seeing her being open and honest about how dire the situation is. And even though it was the same corporate speech that you usually hear, we're here to entertain you during these dark times, and we thank you for, welcoming us into your homes. I'm not going to get on her too much. There is nothing you could have done. Nothing else they could have done really, other than that. So I thought she did a good job. And then that opening video package. Like, was anyone else just in love with the highlights of the national anthems? Like, Aretha Franklin and Gladys Knight and Ray Charles and John Legend. Man, like, they had some really top-notch celebrities come in and sing the national anthem. And yes, I did also like the opening video package. That intro with the AC/DC song, We Salute You. Really good. And I don't know who the hell was impersonating Captain Jack Sparrow. I don't know who that was, but it was funny. When it comes down to it, the WWE now are kings at cinematics. They do some really good film-ish wrestling stuff. The wrestling itself, but I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that for real. But you know what I really enjoyed? The main event of night one. I've been waiting all of you to talk about this. Let's get to it. You ready to talk about this masterpiece? So we closed off WrestleMania with the Boneyard match. Undertaker versus AJ Styles. Let me be the first one to say, I'm sorry. I am sorry I gave this match crap before it happened. I'm sorry that I was an asshole. That I was that asshole that said, this match is gonna suck. There is no way in hell this match was gonna deliver. No one wants to see this match. By the end of the night, when the entire show is over, and by the way, just talking about everything before the cinematic, is it just me, or is it just one of those periods of time where I just want to see something new? I just want to see something new. I'm just tired of the typical BS writing, booking that WWE does. The same ho-hum. Oh, the chicken shit heels have to cheat, blah, 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 blah. We can't have you in here. We got to do it when it really matters. We got to push things off. Like, I just want something different. And I guess that's part of the reason why I was so down on everything else before this. It just felt very typical. Just same old WWE. But this didn't. This, ladies and gentlemen, this Boneyard match, if you are a fan of Lucha Underground, if you're a fan of Broken Matt Hardy, if you're a fan of that cinematic style that you see in Impact Wrestling or any other wrestling company that does it, this was a special gift for you. I loved this Boneyard match. I loved it from the moment the moment they played Metallica over Undertaker riding his motorcycle in, and then showed up on the screen as the American Badass. You had me. Everything else following that, hook, line, and sinker, didn't matter. I said from that moment forward, I'm in love with this. They did this. This was absolutely outstanding. They created a cinematic masterpiece. Man, Taker was talking shit the entire time. AJ was selling his beating like a goddamn pro. You had freaking druids show up to attack Taker, surrounding him like a freaking action film, like Vin Diesel or what's his name? Bruce Willis from Die Hard. Man, it was so cheesy, but it was the right amount of cheese. It was the kind of cheese that just made me take off my critical cap and just go, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy this. See, this, wrestling fans and wrestlers who are watching me, this is where you can say, shut up and enjoy it. Because there's actually something to shut up and enjoy. You get the nostalgic act of The Undertaker, Mark Calloway, doing not just the Dead Man, but also the American Badass all in one cinematic. You had AJ Styles come in with his boys, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. You had him talking shit. I thought AJ looked good in this, by the way. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, as he's pouring the goddamn mud or the dirt over Taker. You had Taker trying to get an Oscar, breathing, sound like a goddamn pro. And I love that when AJ threw Taker into the grave, you just see him pop up behind them like the Minister of Darkness. Man, I love that transition from Deadman into the Minister of Darkness. And then you see Taker with all his power and glory creating fire. I know Jim Cornette hated when Matt Hardy did it on AEW a few weeks ago. But here's Taker creating fire. I can't wait to hear Jim Cornette's thoughts. I'm pretty sure Jim Cornette hated this match. Because everything that he hated about Lucha Underground, WWE is now doing it. This was a Lucha Underground match. Produced match. And everything about it was glorious. And you know something? I hear that John Cena and Bray Wyatt got the exact same treatment. I can't wait for that match. That might be match of the weekend. If it was anything like this, oh my goodness. I can't wait to see The Fiend. I can't wait to see Bray Wyatt / The Fiend in a goddamn Lucha Underground produced segment. Let's go. Someone do me a favor. Find out who did this segment. Because we do have one of the writers / producers of Lucha Underground now working for WWE. His name is Chris DeJoseph. I did an interview with him. Hopefully he was involved with this. Actually, Jeremy Borash did some cinematics for Impact Wrestling. He did the stuff with Matt Hardy when there was the broken gimmick and stuff like that. So maybe Jeremy Borash and Chris DeJoseph got together and did something. Whatever. Whoever was involved, let me know. Because this was mind-blowingly amazing. And I honestly wish they would have just done the entire WrestleMania like this. Let's be honest. Okay? Does anyone really care if we got, I don't even know what to call this. What is this? Netflix WWE? Netflix with WWE? I don't even know what to call it anymore. If we just got a full 3-hour cinematic WrestleMania. Every match was produced in the way of a film. With each character getting its own environment, getting its own entrance. That probably would have took forever. Yeah, that probably would have took forever. I don't know. Maybe not. But okay, I would have loved that. Like, have some fun. Because this was fun. Taker was having fun. And let me just say this too. Taker! Undertaker, who I have been critical of for years now. This is the best he looked since he fought CM Punk at WrestleMania 29. This is the best he's looked since then. I thought this was old school Taker, top to bottom. I loved it. And if this is what we gotta do to make Taker feel like Taker, screw it. Every match he has from now on should be a cinematic. Whoever he fights should be a cinematic. I don't give a damn. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I just want to enjoy him while he's here. I enjoyed this. Seeing Taker choke slam AJ Styles into a grave and then bury him in it. So essentially the Boneyard match is like a buried alive match. I suppose we can't call it a buried alive match. Or a graveyard match. I don't know. So, whatever. He buried AJ alive. And then you see him ride on his motorcycle to Metallica. By the way. So good. Back to his home where he had sex with his wife, more than likely. Man, if you wanted to do this with every other match involving Taker for the rest of his career until he retires, do it. Matter of fact, let's just do all the other matches like this from now on. Until we can get the crowds back. Let's just go full Lucha Underground. Because we really don't know. For real. We do not know when we will be able to return to normal. If we ever do this year. So, let's just make it a full-on cinematic show. With a few wrestling matches here and there that work. Because I loved it. I love this. And I can't wait for Cena and Wyatt tomorrow. I'm going to be waiting on bated breath with that match. That, my friends, is gonna be glorious. I will defend, I will give in till I'm victorious. Sorry. So yeah, match of the night. By the way, if you look at my description box, For a wrestling match, I gave it a dud. It's not a wrestling match, y'all. This is not a wrestling match. Like a lot of the matches on Lucha Underground weren't wrestling matches. They were cinematics. It was a TV show disguised as a wrestling show. But that's okay. You can do that. And based off of that criteria, this was outstanding. Will it be better than Cena versus Wyatt, though? I don't know. I kind of feel like Cena and Wyatt is going to outdo it. And damn it all, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for it. So, there you go. That's my review of Night 1. Again, overall, it's not a show I would watch twice. It really isn't. It's a nice sit-through for one viewing. And that's it. If anything else, I would rewatch the Boneyard match, which I will do after this is done. Probably rewatch the Owens and Rollins match, and then the ladder match. Everything else can go straight to hell. Sorry. Everything else was just... why? Why even have it? So let's turn Super Chats back on. I see some of y'all looking to donate some more. So let me give you the spotlight real quick. And then I'll spend the rest of the time chatting with y'all in the live chat, if that's okay with y'all.
They actually got Johnny Depp.
That was actually Johnny Depp? No, it wasn't. That wasn't Johnny Depp. For real? Someone look that up for me. Is he kidding? Or is he for real? Because I don't know if that was actually Johnny Depp. Because if it is actually Johnny Depp, that would be freaking amazing. We got more Super Chats coming in. Let these things play out real quick.
Take should just do gimmick matches now due to age.
Yeah, he should just do gimmick matches now due to his age. Because he can't have a regular match anymore. And that's okay. Work around that. Don't feel bad about that. This is your limitations now. You can't change that anymore, man. It's not your fault. Taker has done enough to just take it easy. Just take it easy and coast.
JB was involved in the Boneyard match. WWELU.
Jimmy Borash, that's really cool. I really do hope the same people who did the Boneyard match did Cena and Wyatt. Cause I gotta have it again. It really just made me take my critical hat off and just enjoy it for what it was. It was that good.
If Funhouse match ends night 2, Cena will win lol.
I doubt that's gonna happen. I don't think anything else matters. So apparently I forgot about the 24/7 title. Does anybody care? Mojo Jojo Rawley put in R-Truth. There. Do you care? I don't. Who cares? Alright, live chat. I'll be up here for a couple more minutes before I get out of here. Give me your thoughts. Firestar Heart. I just wanted to confirm it wasn't Johnny Depp, but the impression must have been good enough for people to believe it was. That's what I thought. It wasn't Johnny Depp. See, Joseph Trout. I want Taker vs. Sting in a cinematic masterpiece next year. Screw it! Let's do it! Maybe that's the only way we can do Taker vs. Sting. Let's see. Brian McNeil. AJ vs. Taker revolutionized WWE. If they did, I ain't complaining. Money Gang Benji. I literally fell asleep and woke up just to see Taker vs. AJ Styles. I slept throughout a majority of the show. For real, for real. Nothing else to really say about it. Brian McNeil. Just LOLing. Let's see. Jordan Williams. Somebody really said 24/7 championship. Like, who cares, man? Who gives a goddamn?
So what's the total amount of donations?
Let's find out real quick. Since I got y'all here. Let's see here. I want to see. I want to be sure I give Aaron the right amount. So Aaron coming in was at, I think I had him at $95. He was at $95, right? Okay. So let me see. Why do you guys donate?
Otis and Dolph should get the movie treatment.
So $2 for Aaron. And then Aaron hit us with the $10. So that's 12. That puts him at 107. He did another 10. That was 117. And then he did 119. Hold on. And then Aaron did another 121. 121, I think, right? 121. So, Tyler Marine. Let me see. Tyler Marine is, let's see, 50-50. So that's 100 right there. You crazy bastards. Let me turn the live chat back on. Tyler Marine, 50-50. And then 20. And then $5. So Tyler Marine is walking away with 125.
AJ Styles' wiki page says he died 2 days. Lol, go to see.
Oh no, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. So yeah, Aaron Sherwood is at 121 and Tyler Marine is at 125. Now, this is not including DDT Shydale and Michael Gross, who are apparently looking to come in and sweep everybody very soon. 125 is the lead. So Tyler Marine so far is in the lead with 125. Damn. Aaron, you still got tomorrow, buddy. You still got tomorrow. We will be doing this until after my review, where I will be crowning the first ever Super Chat champ. By the way, when I crown you the Super Chat champ, I want to send you the actual championship to you, so you can have it and do with it whatever you want. If you want to put it as a picture, as a main picture, but I will be putting this next to your name every time we have a live chat, and then I will explain how to defend it, how anyone could beat you for it, because it's gonna be one of those monthly things. So be ready for it. Just be ready. It's gonna be hard to defend.
Otis and Dolph should get the movie treatment.
It really should. Let's go back to the live chat. Brian McNeil, cinematic style for Undertaker all the way. COC attack 0007. Play COC game and sport me, please. Yeah. Darth Vader. That was one of the greatest main events of all time. It was perfect. Coming from Darth Vader? Uh-oh, maybe it was. Joseph Winter says, yo, Aaron, Super Chat, you need to take this. Because they gonna keep it coming, Aaron. They gonna keep it coming. That's for sure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spinosaurus is in the house. Aaron, you got competition, my friend. Those donations are coming in hot. Hot, hot.
I like that Taker is basically a hybrid of his two gimmicks now. He has the look and trash talk of the American bad, but he still has the supernatural powers of the dead man. A good combo emo.
It really is. So far, it's working out pretty well. Especially for the cinematics, that's for sure. I think I see another super chat.
That Boneyard match made my $10 worth it.
Right? It really did. Because that was fabulous. So goddamn good. Let's see. YG Jericho. I legit felt Edge versus Orton might get some movie elements. Oh, so you feel like it might be just like Cena, Wyatt, and Taker and AJ. It's a last man standing match, and the promos already did what the added older footage mid promos. Okay. Let's see here. We got people running We got people rooting for Aaron to take this. Oh, man. What you gonna do, Aaron? Good luck, man. I hope you take it. You've been donating for a while, man. You've been contributing a lot to the channel. And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh, Lord.
Not that the match was anything exciting, but did Liv and Natalia happen?
Oh, Liv Morgan and Natalia. I think it was scheduled, but I don't think I saw it. Is that like a... Was that like the announced pre-show match for night 2? Because they did Cesaro versus Drew Gulak, which I didn't see. Apparently Cesaro did the UFO, which sounds great, but I don't care if it's not televised on the main card in front of a crowd that isn't live. You know what I mean? It's gotta be legit. For me, it didn't matter, so I didn't see it. But yeah, he did the UFO. We'll see how it goes. Apparently, they're gonna do Liv and Natalia tomorrow, night 2. There you go. And I will announce the actual night 2 matches when I'm done with this, because I do want to get into that before I close out. Adam Ritter, what's the name of that song you use to close every time you close your streams? Oh, you mean my theme song? When you're in my world. When you're in my world. An original by yours truly. For real, it's an original song. No one else sings it but me. Let's see here. Uh-oh, okay.
Tune in tomorrow for night 2 of Super Chat Mania. By the way, that's a sick custom belt. It's the modern Ted DiBiase belt.
Thanks, buddy. So that's gonna put Aaron in the lead with 126, if I'm doing the math right, because that's $5. So 126 to Tyler Marine's 125. That's a close race, y'all. That is close. Aaron Sherwood ends night 1 with a leading 125. I am scared for what Michael Gross is gonna do. I'm waiting for Michael Gross to come in and be like, "Oink, mine." So, let's do a few more, and then I'm gonna get out of here. I like y'all. Y'all are fun. I like reading your comments. Let's see here. Brian McNeil. Heyman and Drew turn heel. Lesnar gets screwed. Buddy boy. Wouldn't that be crazy? Max Phoenix says AJ should have won. Shake my dame head. Well, man, that's crazy. I kind of suspected Taker would win the moment I heard his name announced, but that's just how it is. AJ Info, Aaron, since you got so much money, why don't you support my girlfriend's OnlyFans? LOL. Oh, I guess we're not done.
May the best man win tomorrow night.
Tyler Marine couldn't just let it sit. Tyler Marine had to get that last $5 in with $130. Tyler Marine is back in the lead with $130. Y'all are out of this world. Let me write that down too. So Tyler Marine, Aaron Sherwood with $130 and 126. Damn, y'all. Alright, this is a fun way to end the night. Yeah, I'm happy you guys could be here to join. So, let's talk about night 2 before we get out of here. I do want to go ahead and talk about the potential matches we could be seeing for night 2. So let me pull that up real quickly because we got through night 1. That's done. So let's get the full list again. Night 2 is going to include, of course, the WWE Championship, Brock Lesnar taking on Drew McIntyre. That will be the real main event of the show. We got the Firefly Funhouse match, the next cinematic. John Cena versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. We got the NXT Women's title, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. We got the SmackDown Women's Championship, the 5-way, Lacey Evans, Bayley, Tamina, Naomi, and Sasha Banks. We got the Last Man Standing, Edge versus Randy Orton. We got Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. And we got, the Raw Tag Team titles. So Street Profits versus Angel Garza and... Why do I have Angel Garza twice on here? That's not true. Austin Theory. That's just dumb. I don't know why I had Angel Garza twice. Yeah, Angel Garza clothed himself. Austin Theory and Angel Garza. And then, of course, we got Otis versus Dolph Ziggler for the love of Mandy Rose. I will see you all tomorrow night, immediately following WrestleMania, where we will crown the first ever Super Chat champ. So be sure you tune in. Thank you all for watching. This is Alyx, just Alyx, signing out right here in Alyx's World. Be sure to take care of yourselves, wash your hands, and again, thank you for making me a part of your day. So long, and live prosper. Hey, can I do it? And live long and prosper. I'm getting out of here. Peace.